It was the enchiladas?
And
No, not the enchiladas.
no, not arepas. That was Colombia.
No, it was the empanadas.
Empanadas.
Yeah, empanadas.
It
Yeah,
was smashing empanadas. And then
I'm sick of empanadas still. It depends how you want to do it. If you want to use we're not going to use the podcast to upload as a long format, so you can just ask a question.
no, but I am.
Oh, then you're gonna
We'll do a long format. But
then
I'm
you're
going
gonna
to have to do an introduction. We can
Well,
do
you
some
just be like,
B-roll later.
just be like, so I'm here with Hasib, one of my good mates, blah blah. Well, that's how you start a podcast.
What's your why?
My why? Good question. I say my why is. It's hard to answer because it's not just a single reason or why. I'd say, I think I've recently found that I want a life of freedom and the ability to work from anywhere, really. So that's what I'm trying to strive for, and I think I found the best avenue to do it is freelance work. I can work from anywhere basically, especially in the marketing, meta world, meta ads and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
What were you doing before?
So 3 years ago, I quit my job as a police officer, Victoria Police, and I just had enough of it. Got sick of it. The night shifts and all that kind of stuff started creeping up, and I felt like the life was being sucked out of me, and I didn't know what I wanted to do after that. I basically just got thrown in the deep end and found something. I was doing web development. I was doing blog posts and that kind of stuff for people. And then I decided to get into meta ads and content creation, and that's been where I am ever since.
Yeah, nice. How long were you a cop for?
Almost 8 years.
8 years.
Including all my long service leave and sick leave and all that kind of stuff. So I probably got about 7 years in a few months, then I took all my leave and then left. Yeah, so I'd say almost 8 years, including all my leave.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting seeing your social media, and the stuff that's taken off has been the cop videos. Why do you reckon that is? Do you think a lot of people are finding that they find themselves in the same position as you and they're looking for what's next, so there's that relatability?
Well, social media is based off relatability in general. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be entertainment, it can be educational. As long as everything's relatable, people are going to want to watch it. If you just post willy-nilly anything and don't make it relatable, it's not going to do well. So even educational stuff, why do some educational content do well is because it's relating to a problem that someone has. So therefore, if it's relatable, people are going to watch it and your views and stuff will go up. So with the cop stuff, it's just, there's a lot of cops watching it, and there's also a lot of people that are interested in what police got up to, what they experienced. So therefore, they're interested and they're going to watch it.
Bit of a behind the scenes sort of look.
Yeah. Because especially when we're cops, we're not allowed to share that stuff. So now I've sort of got free reign, and I can, as long as it's not policies and procedures, I think we're all good.
Yeah. I mean, why marketing?
Marketing and content creation probably go hand in hand for me. I've always been pretty creative. I've always loved art, that type of stuff. Always used to draw as a kid. And I think content creation, filming really ticks that box for me. And also I find a lot of clients are having trouble with their ads, paid ads, even organic socials. So it really lets me get that side of me out there and be creative, and then also help them with their meta ads. Yeah, and then also I can do it from anywhere around the world, so that's a bonus.
I think I've seen you really focusing on the meta ads side of marketing. Why is that sort of the niche you're targeting?
I don't want to be bound where I am in the world. I want to be free, as I said. So I think meta ads is the best way to do that, because all I need is a laptop and Wi-Fi, essentially, and I can do anyone's ads from anywhere. Whereas, if I'm doing content creation, I'm sort of have to be somewhere for a client at a certain time to film with them and that kind of stuff. So that sort of locks me down. Whereas meta ads really opens that up for me, where I can do it from anywhere. As long as they give me the content, I can do their social media ads.
I'm actually curious, the name of your business, what was it again?
Digital Zenith Group.
Why'd you call it that?
Let's just say I didn't know what to call it. I wanted digital in the name. And Zenith means the best of. So I wanted Digital Zenith. It was taken, so I added group on the end of it. Just nice. Like as a little gimmicky thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Love it. What's a marketing tip that you believe more people should know about?
A lot of people get fixated on creative content. Creativity is really good to have, but when it comes to marketing, you really need to have a strong message. If your message is weak, doesn't matter. Let's just say you can't polish a pile of shit. You really can't. So you need a really strong message. If it doesn't relate to anyone, your message, or if it doesn't tick their pain, desires, their dream state, then there's no point having a good, strong creative, because it's not going to trigger anything in the viewer, and they're just going to scroll past.
What challenges have you faced in starting this new journey?
One of the biggest challenges is, I think, with any business is client acquisition and also retention, and also just finding the right client. You want to work with someone that you can sort of, or I should say, where they give you free reign and let your creative side come out, and they have full trust in your ability to deliver. There's nothing worse than having a client that hires you for your expertise, but they just keep overruling you and you can't really shine or help them the way you want. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges, is finding the right client and having client retention. Obviously, if you're getting results, then client retention is there, but there is an issue with clients sort of overstepping or trying to overrule your decisions, that kind of stuff, even though they're hiring you for your expertise.
Yeah, especially when they're breathing down your neck. You know,
Exactly.
They've paid you to do a service. You need to take that pressure completely away. And that's what
That's
I believe
right.
in. You know, you need to come in, do the complete job, not let someone guide you through what needs to be done. You need to come in as the director for that day.
Yeah, bang on.
Yeah. I know we talk about it a lot as we're creating our own personal brands and the content we make. And sometimes I hit that block, that creativity block. How do you find is the best way to push through that?
It really depends on the project, I guess. I do struggle at times during the week to figure out my own personal brand content. You do hit it and you're sort of like, damn, what do I post today? But I think it just goes back to people you've spoken to and your clientele. Refer back to your clientele. So anyone, what kind of problems people have come up to you and what kind of solutions you've given them back. So you can always create content as long as people have presented a problem to you and you've given them the solution, I guess. Just refer back to any problems you've solved for people. And you can just base the video off that. So for example, if someone came up to you and goes, oh, what's 3 mistakes I can avoid in meta ads? Bang, there's a video. Just answer it.
Sort of what we were talking about the other day. We all thought of random things that happened throughout our day and we were able to get content out of it.
That's right.
You know, I think it's really just being able to realize that the things you go through each day, other people are thinking about as well. And that goes back to that point of relatability. People want to be able to relate. I find the stuff that's performing really well now is the stuff or the content that people have recorded as if I'm talking to a mate, like a FaceTime call.
Yep.
I find that content's doing really well. Why do you think that does so well?
It becomes personalized.
Yeah. I was going to say, in a world of AI at the moment, it's almost like the more raw something is, the more people can relate to it. Because when it's too edited, it's starting to look fake.
You're right. I think over-polished content can sort of bite you in the ass.
Yep.
Especially now because Instagram is so saturated with over-polished content where people are now going back to trusting just simple talking head videos where someone is holding a camera, their phone, a simple, low quality video with maybe just captions and that's it, is probably performing better than over-polished videos now. Yeah. And over-edited, as you said.
I think people just, again, it goes back to relatability. And it's interesting the kind of people that I see going viral at the moment. It's people I've never seen before in my life. It's not celebrities. It's not massive, TikTok, Instagram influencers. I keep seeing more and more average people pumping up on my feed as each day goes by.
100%, yeah, you're right.
If you had to choose a dream location where you could work from, where would it be? What's the first place that comes to mind?
The people that know me will say Thailand. I love Thailand. Yeah. It's not even about that. It's not even about the nightlife or, the party scene in Thailand. There's something about Thailand that I feel free there. Just, when I'm there, I feel more healthier. I feel ready for the day. I just wake up. The weather's amazing. But, it's an established country. It's not. I don't even see it as a third world country anymore. They've got super fast internet. When I'm there, I'm very productive still. I'm probably the fittest when I'm there, to be honest. When I go there, I want to be there at least for a month at a time, anytime. But yeah, I think Thailand would be number one spot, especially because the Aussie dollar is pretty good there. But I think I'm more of a guy where it's warm, beachy. Anywhere will do for me.
What part of Thailand?
I think my favorite is Pattaya. Pattaya, beach vibes. Yeah, I can't do Bangkok.
Yeah.
Too busy, hustle and bustle.
I've never been to Pattaya. I
Nah?
want to do Pattaya. I keep going Bangkok. But
Yeah. Like you got to do Pattaya.
Yeah.
Pattaya. Have you been Phuket?
Nah, I
No,
haven't even been
okay.
Phuket. First time next gen.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Keen
Yeah.
for it.
What about you? Where would you want to work from?
Where would I want to work from? I think for me, I can't just stay in one country. I like the idea of being able to experience new places, hop around to different places. And that's, I guess, what got me into the social media or media game, should I call it. The ability to not only be able to work remotely, but I keep going back to my why, and I always say why not, but I want to be able to tell stories. I think that's the big new thing that I'm focusing on. And you know me well, I've gone traveling a lot. Don't have many stories to tell because I tend to forget the morning after. But, but you know, next year, I really want to travel. I want to do more of this, talking to people, finding out their stories, exploring the local places that aren't spoken about in social media and that you see in mainstream media. I want to just go to these random islands, random unexplored places and actually
Island
adventure.
hopping, yeah.
Island hopping. I reckon that's the best way to do it.
Be good. As long as they've got internet.
That's it. As long as well, you know what? That's how about Starlink? Have you seen that?
Yeah, but it's
expensive.
yeah.
But
How much
apparently
is it?
you just put it outside and you got internet.
How much
wherever
is
you
it
are.
anyway?
Maybe $150 a month.
USD.
I don't know. Maybe AUD.
I mean, if
But still,
you know,
like if you're in the middle of nowhere and you can just put a satellite outside,
can you
that's pretty sick.
claim it back on tax?
I reckon you can. I know an accountant.
yeah. If
See
you guys
that
need a good accountant, we know one.
Did you see that? Did I send you that video of that guy that did the video on the beers and the tax guy?
Yeah. For the skit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
As long as it's for the skit.
I need a beer. I can use it for this.
True.
I'm gonna start doing these. I'm gonna start doing these episodes in like a 5-star hotel.
Just go do your grocery shopping, bring it all
Yeah.
here, and be like, it's for the skit, it's for the
Well,
show.
you know, I can't really talk about that. I was gonna say, but I was gonna say, the great thing about building a personal brand is all of a sudden everything becomes a business expense if you really think about it.
Yep.
And that's a huge advantage, especially in Australia. Like the amount of tax we pay here, which leads me on to my next question. Why do you think in recent years there are so many people leaving Australia?
Inflation, Aussie dollar's getting weaker, and you're just getting taxed so heavy here.
Yeah.
Like everyone's getting taxed to shit. And they're trying to introduce more tax. I mean, they were trying to pass a bill recently, spare bedroom tax.
I saw that one.
Dude.
Yeah, everyone's going to start
Like,
knocking
what
down
the
walls
hell
inside
is
their house.
happening? Yeah, what
Yeah.
the hell's happening?
It's crazy. You
Of course
know?
people are going to start leaving. Like, I mean, ask yourself the question, if you could pack up and move your family to a better country.
Or better, safer, keep more money.
Yeah.
I mean,
People say Australia's safe, but is it really safe?
not recently, far out. Not in Melbourne.
If they've got machete bins, then there's a problem.
Yeah. That's why you see so many people leaving at the moment. Bali, Dubai.
Yeah. I mean,
Everywhere.
look, there's so many avenues now. You can set up offshore accounts, you can set up your business somewhere else and don't pay tax and leave Australia. So why not?
Yeah. You know what this looks like? This looks like an episode of Between Two Ferns.
Well, oh, yeah,
Zach
true.
Galifianakis one. We got two trees behind us. I didn't set up this space, by the way. Hasib did.
How do you think travel influences your creativity and business approach?
I think you get to see and experience so much more, and it really opens your eyes. I remember the first time I started traveling. I lived in Australia my whole life and probably didn't really start traveling until I was mid to late 20s. And once I did, I think that's what's really opened up my mindset and really just understanding how different people react in different parts of the world. I think we're pretty advanced at times here in Australia, but then you go to another country that you think is maybe more of a third world country, one of those Southeast Asia or South Asian countries. Look at Bangkok. When we were there, just sky rises everywhere, completely new aesthetics. I was in Malaysia the other day, last weekend, and they had a theme park inside a shopping center, like full roller coaster,
Wow.
everything. It made Chadstone, for those who are familiar with Melbourne, made Chadstone look like a corner shop.
Oh, really?
To be honest,
That
you know,
big?
the shopping centers were 10 levels high.
Jeez.
It also goes to show how much money there is in the world and how much people spend everywhere. And I think it's easy when you're in your bubble, you do the same thing day in, day out. You think
Yeah,
that that's all that exists.
for sure.
Whereas when you start traveling around to these different countries, you start getting ideas. Oh, look at what they're doing here. Look at what they're doing there. And I think that definitely plays a part in my creativity, especially through my travel content. Filming in a certain landscape here versus filming in a cityscape landscape or an island landscape, completely different ideas. So, yeah, it's very highly influenced.
How come you got into traveling so late? And surprisingly, now it's like sort of
Yeah.
your brand. So how come
Yeah,
it
it's
took
pretty
you a while
crazy.
to get
Well,
into traveling?
I mean, at the core of it, I settled down very early. So, married, kids, then separated at the age of, how old was I? Maybe 29?
Yep.
Then after that, once everything was settled and under control, booked a solo trip. So, did my first solo trip to Europe.
Was that your
That was
first
my
trip
first
as well?
big trip.
And it was solo.
And it was solo. So I did 4 weeks, traveled through Europe. Amazing experience. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with traveling solo because it puts you so out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
You're forced to make new connections, make new friends, be on your own, figure things out on your own, learn to enjoy your own space, but also learn to adapt to new spaces very quickly. And then from there, I just kept going. I mean, the interesting thing is I did the first solo trip in July. Then the following July, I did a group trip with about 10 to 12 people. So complete contrast. I enjoyed both of them very much. And even nowadays, I try and juggle between the two. I still love going on a solo trip. I'm going to Bali solo in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep, nice.
Again, put myself out of the comfort zone, meet some new people, talk to some new people, hear some new stories. It's great traveling in a group because you really have a lot of fun. You're with people you can really enjoy yourself. But when you are in a group, you're very much in your comfort zone. And there's not really, even though you're in a new space and you're enjoying new things together, I find it feels the same as just hanging out at home. Whereas when you travel solo, it's a completely different style of traveling.
Well, yeah, you got to fend for yourself, sort of.
Yeah.
Got to, decision make and problem solve everything on your own. Find your way around.
And the thing is, when you're with a group of friends, it's highly unlikely that you're going to want to try and talk to new people. Whereas when you're solo, you either talk to someone new for the day or you're on your own.
Yeah, I can't do big groups.
No?
Nah.
Why?
Just too much different opinions, and I want to do this, I want to do that, and the group's separate anyway sometimes, half the time. Yeah, I think it's just better if it's a smaller group, maybe like 3-4 people max, and I'd have to say guys only.
Yeah.
Girls can cause problems.
Yeah.
They just want to do everything and, but yeah.
That's a good point. We went to South America a year ago now.
Yes.
Would you have done anything differently there?
Different?
Yeah.
Not really. I think I had a good time there.
Yeah.
Would have stayed in Chile longer.
Yeah.
That's the only regret. I didn't
Chile was really unexpected.
Chile was wild, man. I didn't expect their their party and club scene and stuff to be the way it was. And
so for context, we left Melbourne at 11 a.m. on
was it 11 a.m.?
11 a.m.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning. Got absolutely smashed in the airplane. What happened in the airplane? Someone tipped one of the.
I gave Johnny gave me a 20, just a $20 note, and just slip it in his pocket because he kept giving us wine, red wine. And so as he came past with the bottle of wine again, I just slipped it in his pocket, and he just goes, "Thank you, sir." And then he just kept giving us wine. And I think the plastic cups, by the end of it, we could make a tower at least like that high.
It was a lot.
All stacked. But yeah,
I think
that was disgusting.
We ran out of the wine.
Never again. Yeah, I think he said we're out of wine. Go figure.
Yeah, that was rough. But we left at 11 a.m. It was a 12-hour flight. We landed into Chile 11 a.m. local time. So we're now awake for 15 whatever hours. We wander around the city, get some hot dogs. Is that what we kept
Jerry
eating?
wanted to try the hot dogs,
Yeah,
yeah,
the hot
and
dogs.
it was the enchiladas.
And
No, not the enchiladas.
no, not arepas. That was Colombia.
No, it was the empanadas. Yeah,
Empanadas.
empanadas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were smashing empanadas. And then
I'm sick of empanadas.
then like we stayed out all afternoon exploring.
Yeah.
We ate food. We ate that food court. There was crap food there. That
It was like what,
horrible.
like their Hungry Jacks. They
Yeah.
had a Macca's there as well, something. Yeah.
And then
But you got to try a Macca's
I have to.
in any country you go. You got to try the Macca's.
Where's the best Macca's you've had?
Actually, the best Macca's I had was Koh Samui.
Koh Samui.
No, sorry, Brazil. I take
Brazil?
that back. Brazil
Brazil
big
Macca's.
dude. Brazil Big Macs on another level, man.
Yeah, far out.
I don't know what it is. But and then I'd say second is Koh Samui,
Yeah,
Thailand.
that's mad.
Just
You
weird.
know what I want to know? Every Macca's I go to overseas has fried chicken. So why doesn't Australia have fried chicken? at
Actually, you're
Macca's?
right.
Everywhere I've gone, fried chicken.
Except in South America, that empanada.
More empanadas. So yeah, we landed, went out all day. Then we went bar hopping to a few clubs.
Yes, we started at a sports bar.
Yeah,
we didn't
that's
know where to
right.
go. Remember?
Yeah, we started a sports bar. We found another club. It was the mojito story.
The mojito.
So what happened? What happened?
What, the
You
mojito
tell
story?
the mojito story.
So our mate Johnny, yeah, so we were going to that club and it was quiet, and they said you get a drink voucher as you pay for entry. So it's sweet. Guy asked us, "What drink do you want?" And with his Aussie accent, Johnny goes, "Mojito." And the door guy was like, what's a mojito? And then we go, mojito. And he goes, "Oh, mojito." It's like, really,
I still
man?
can't believe that. And it was so authentic as well. It was so real. That's mad. And then we went out, kept partying. We met some group of strangers out there that we then all jumped in a car. There was about 8 of us in a small little...
Hatchback. It was a hatchback. I remember I was basically like this. My head was almost going through the windshield.
And then they took us... I swear I thought we were going to get kidnapped that night because we went into this empty...
What was the name of the club
was-
we met him? La Fiera?
Maybe, yeah, La
La
Fiera.
Fiera, yeah.
So we went there and then they took us. They're like, "Come to the after party
Yeah,
at like
yeah.
4 a.m. Come to the
Nuts.
after party." And then the roads just were dead where we were. I'm like, "Nah, this is it. I'm losing a kidney."
Yeah.
Then we walk up this like apartment block.
That was a weird club, man.
That wasn't a club. That was someone's house. I don't even know what that was.
It was 3 stories.
Yeah,
It
3
was a
stories.
3-story old... Yeah, it was probably an old house turned into...
Yeah.
Like an old apartment turned into some weird bar club thing.
And then we came out. It was daylight.
Yep.
Went home, slept for 2 hours.
Degenerate as, but hey, South America for you.
Slept for 2 hours. Went back out again. Did it again the next day.
We went to some event.
We had that event.
Yes. And then we met the
And
same
then we went
people.
to that. Yeah, same people. And then we went to that.
We bought them tickets because they looked
Oh, yeah,
after
we
us.
did.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
said, "Come out, we'll buy you tickets."
Yeah. All right. And then...
Wait, where did we eat the first night? Didn't
I
we?
don't remember eating in Chile.
Nah, because the waitress is the one that got us the tickets for the.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. She was. We
Yeah,
were
what
like,
was that? That was-
what did we say to her? Where's good
Yeah, where's
techno or something?
Yeah, yeah.
And she goes, "You want like doof doof doof."
I swear everybody we met in Chile was a promoter for some club or another.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Because
Yeah, I
especially
guess.
if you're a waitress or waiter,
Yeah.
you're gonna meet foreigners. So a good way to sell tickets.
Yeah, it's smart. Far out. Yeah, that was wild. Chile, underrated, but I'd go again.
Heavily underrated.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I recommend everyone seeing Chile. Chile's party scene is next level.
Yeah.
Which was a shame because it set the bar so high early
Yeah.
in the trip. So
I
then,
feel like Brazil was a massive letdown.
well,
Like, the country was nice, but I just felt like
yeah,
it could have been better.
I think it's because we'd never experienced the weekend
Yeah, that's
in
true.
any
We
of the
did during
places
week
we
in
went to.
Brazil.
Yeah, we got stuck traveling on the weekends,
Yeah.
and then we were there during the week, and they don't have a party scene like their weekdays is
Yeah.
everything's shut sort of thing.
Nah, true.
But you went there when Jerry almost got his wallet stolen.
Nah, you were with me.
Oh yeah, we were smashing Maccas. That's when I fell in love with Brazil Maccas.
That's right. Yeah, we thought Brazil was a pretty safe place, but meanwhile our mates were getting mugged. Some chicks were twerking on it.
Twerking on them.
while trying to sneak their phone off.
Jeez. God,
That's
Brazil.
funny.
So if you're someone that's thinking of starting their personal brand or getting into content creation, just to post on social media, what's one piece of advice you can give them?
Just start acting straight away. Urgency. I think that's one thing I always tell everybody is act with speed, be the fastest person, be the first person to do it. Don't spend too much time planning.
There's no right time.
There's no right time. There's never going to be a right time. Perfection is the killer of dreams, or whatever the saying is. And, you know, I'll give you a perfect example. I remember when I first started shooting real estate, I was outreaching people, just sending messages, trying to get connections. I got my first job for the next day. So it was Wednesday, let's call it. Thursday, photo shoot booked in.
Yeah, well.
I didn't even have a lens suitable for real estate
Shit.
photography on that day. So once I got the job booked in, then I quickly jumped on Marketplace, found a lens, drove out, bought it, watched some YouTube videos on the best way to set it up and frame. And the next day I shot, client was happy with it, but it just goes to show the speed I had to work at, or I wouldn't have that job. I wouldn't have that opportunity. So in anything, just work with incredible speed, incredible urgency, make mistakes faster, and you'll progress a lot quicker. I think one thing I keep preaching is just being consistent and just keep going with momentum. Once you get momentum, you don't want to slow down.
Yeah,
keep that momentum rolling continuously.
Yep.
If you don't have the tools, that's fine. Keep going. Once you get the jobs booked in, great, go get the tools.
Yeah.
You know, borrow it off a friend, whatever it is. But don't allow yourself to just accept excuses.
I think most people in that situation would have made an excuse saying, no, I'm not ready for real estate because I don't have a lens.
Yeah.
Whereas you, on the other hand, I'm ready for real estate. I want this gig.
Yeah.
Let me think about the lens later.
Yeah.
I like it.
I reckon every single shoot I've done for the first few weeks, obviously now I've gained the experience, but for the first few weeks, I have no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it's okay to admit that, not to the clients.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what I'm doing. But guess what? If I get a job, once it's booked in, study. You got YouTube, you got ChatGPT, you got everything at your disposal these days. There is no excuse why, if you say you want to do something, you can learn it. 50 years ago, probably not. It might have taken you longer. You might have had to go meet with someone, have a professor, have a coach. Nowadays, I mean, the other day I was in the car driving, and instead of just thinking my own thoughts, I chucked on ChatGPT, the voice model, and I was just having a chat. As I'm driving, like I'm talking to someone else, being able to spitball my ideas out and put a plan together. By the time I got to my next destination, I had everything written out because I was able to talk, get some notes down. I treat it like a personal assistant. So with the tools you have at your disposal these days, there's really no excuse to not do what you want to do.
That's right. I think a lot of people underutilize ChatGPT's full potential. I think they just use it for like really simple shit. But, you know, especially that talking thing. You can actually treat it as like a personal assistant and get ideas, bounce ideas and stuff.
Definitely.
But yeah.
It's good. Good chat.
Cool.